Hello and welcome back to 30 Days to Think Differently. Yesterday we stepped into a word you can't see, the word inside your mind. We talked about how language can change the way you think. Today, let's go one step deeper, because there is something else that quietly shapes the way we see our lives. Our words. Think about the way you describe your day. You can say today was terrible, or you can say today was difficult. They sound similar, but they don't feel the same. One closes the door, the other leaves a little space for tomorrow. This happens all the time. We say, I can't do this. I always make mistakes. I'm bad at this. Nothing ever works for me. And because these sentences are so familiar, we don't always notice how powerful they are. But your mind is listening. When you repeat a sentence again and again, your brain starts treating it like a description of reality. And sometimes a description slowly becomes a belief. Imagine someone who keeps saying, I'm not a creative person. Maybe they stop drawing, they stop writing, they stop trying new ideas. Not because they have no creativity, but because they have already decided how they are. Now, imagine that same person saying, I haven't learned how to be creative yet. That's a very small change. But suddenly there is a future inside the sentence. I can't becomes I can't yet. I failed becomes that didn't work. I'm terrible at this becomes I'm still learning. The situation hasn't changed, but the door is no longer completely closed. And this is why words matter. Words don't magically fix your problems, but they can change the way you approach them. And sometimes that's where change begins. Think about the languages you speak. Maybe you've noticed that you feel slightly different when you speak another language. Maybe you're quieter, maybe you're more confident, maybe you express certain feeling more easily. But speaking language is not only a way to communicate with other people. It also gives your thoughts a shape. A word can help you understand a feeling you've had for years. A sentence can help you explain something you couldn't explain before. And sometimes finding the right word feels like turning on a light in a dark room. The room was always there, You just couldn't see it clearly. So, today, listen to yourself, not just to what other people say. Listen to the words you use when you talk about yourself. Instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" try asking, "What am I learning?" Instead of, "Why can't I do this?" try, "What would help me get better?" Instead of, "I'm stuck," try, "I'm trying to find my next step." You don't have to pretend everything is perfect. You don't have to use positive words to hide real problems. Just choose words that leave room for possibility. Because sometimes changing your life doesn't begin with changing your circumstances. Sometimes it begins with changing the sentence you use to describe them. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Until then, pay attention to your words. They may be shaping more of your world than you realize.